like all over you. I'm sorry I shed so much.
So hi.
Hi guys.
Hey! And that's about as far as we've thought. So here we are, Cycle 10. So
Cycle 10, one of my favorite cycles.
Ooh.
Because I love the winter so much. It's Whitney, if you didn't know.
I guess we should put like a spoiler alert on these because we totally like reveal the whole season.
Are there people out there watching this that haven't seen
That's what I was
Next
saying.
Top Model?
Like, if I don't see why you would watch this unless if like you're a boyfriend going on a date with a girl.
All right, let's just start with the first
Jesus, yeah.
20 minutes later.
Yeah. First girl to go was Kimberly, who quit.
She did. She thought it was stupid that somebody would pay so much money for clothes. So she's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
It was a shame because she was really funny.
She was.
She was so like, just not
She
bad.
was a bank teller, and during casting, Tyra said, have you ever taken money? And she's like,
Yeah, a lot of it.
a lot of money. And then she's like, wait, what?
Like, steal it? Oh, God, no.
Federal offense.
Federal offense. And like, she points at Tyra. But she was really good, though. She was a good model, but she just... And it's an interest... It's a legitimate concern, I think. You know, it is hard to model, like, thousands upon thousands of dollars of clothes.
When people are eating ramen noodle soup every night.
Oh, she shouldn't have gone. I mean, she should have figured that out
you
sooner.
kind of know what you're going into.
She quit like in panel, and so they instead of not eliminating anybody, it was kind of like a double elimination. And so the first girl to go officially was Atalia. I don't remember her at all. I think I remember her saying like it was hard to be away from her mom, but she was 18, so of course it was. Sorry.
It's a second girl thing.
Yeah.
We don't know you at all. The next was Allison.
So she was really funny because she was very into herself. She thought she was very pretty, which she was, of course. And then she got her hair cut, and like she's in judging. They're like, "Oh, you look really good," and she's like,
Yep, I do.
and then like, you know, you could say thank you, and she's like,
She still didn't say
she
it.
didn't say it. And then they're like,
They eliminated her.
they're like, you know what? Actually, no. You're kind of a bitch, so we're gonna send you now. Then after her was Amos,
Who was fucking crazy.
she reminded me a lot of Lisa from Cycle 5.
I think it was her little sister.
Yeah, very much so. But they're in casting
hard.
week. They're just talking, all the girls are talking, and then all of a sudden you hear, you want to check out my pubic hair? And everyone just stops and was, no. Why would anyone want to look at that ever? It was just weird.
First of all, these are girls you just met. They don't need to see your pubes.
She wasn't even a good model, so she was really funny, but that was about it.
Next was Marvita, who
Who
got...
auditioned the cycle before and didn't get in, and then got in this one, and then turned out to be kind of ghetto.
She was kind of funny. She had the horse mane hair.
She had the
first ever.
And the last ever. The photo shoot she went home was when they had paint on their faces and they had to like, it was a beauty shot, so it was like right here. The Tyra mail had, it said something about put on, you know, try different coats, meaning the coats of paint. Marvita goes, are we gonna be naked? Are we gonna be naked with coats? That's not naked, that's wearing a coat. I'm naked with jeans and a t-shirt and underwear on right now. She lost motivation like halfway through.
Yeah.
Like she was just like, she was actually did pretty well, and then she was just like,
I think it's funny that her and Amos were really close because they were both really weird.
Yeah.
And they both went home. Like, Amos went home and then Marvita went home right after.
Then after her was Amy, who wasn't memorable at all, but I thought she was pretty good.
She was alright.
Yeah, I just...
She was a ginger, I believe, wasn't she?
Yeah, not for real. I mean, like...
She's a dyed ginger, which is fine.
We will allow
Same.
them. They're okay. She's thirsty again.
I like how most of our videos are just me showing off what I drink.
Yeah,
Like,
we're not sponsored by anything.
we're not, but Dasani is quite tasty.
Yeah. She went home when they did music genres. She was R&B, and they're like, that wasn't R&B. I mean, I just...
How do you show
How do you
R&B?
I mean...
Like, country's easy, rock was easy, which was what Fatima had.
Moving on, Claire went home next, but Claire was in the bottom two with Amy, and when she was called, Claire was like, yes, okay, and like ran forward and grabbed the picture, which everyone thought was like rude or something, but I thought it was kind of like
I understand.
appropriate.
When you don't get called, you cry. When you do get called, you get excited. Claire was just a little bit louder about it. It's not like she's like, suck it!
Yeah, that's true. She had the really weird hair. She had like
Yeah, it was brown at first, and then they dyed it like
white
blonde.
which I loved.
But Claire was a mama. She had a baby at home, and she wanted to stay close to her daughter, so she would drink her own breast milk. You don't have to do that.
You pump and dump. Like,
That's it.
That's it.
You don't have to put it in your Cheerios in the morning and eat it.
It's juice squeezed from a person It's just gross.
It's disgusting.
That's why we're never having kids.
We are not having kids.
No, we are not having kids.
We are not having
They're on a sheet of plastic and water, and they had the cool gowns. That was a cool photo shoot.
It was. Claire decided to jump head first into the plastic and the water, and she hit her head, and she complained the entire time, and she went home because she was stupid.
Yeah. They're like, well, we actually told you not to do that, so...
Bye.
Bye. After her was Stacey Ann, who was one of my favorites.
So adorable. She gave the J, Mr. J, no, it was Miss J, a lap dance.
Yeah.
During casting call. She's like,
and they're like, what is that? What are you doing? Yeah.
So funny.
But she went home on the shoot that Fatima didn't even do.
Fatima knew that they were going to go out of the country soon.
She was from like some African country. I want to say...
Well, it says Boston, Massachusetts on Wikipedia, so I don't know.
I think she was from like Somalia?
Something like that.
Did I make that up?
That's a real country.
Oh,
so
good.
It's a country.
We're going to say Somalia.
And she had to like get her visa and her passport and all that stuff worked out, and she was gone all day. And she was not even in the photo shoot. And they're still at the end of the day, they're like, Stacey Ann, we're going to put you home.
Fatima was stronger than Stacey Ann, but I don't know. I don't think that was very fair. But if she wasn't going to win, might as well eliminate her before.
Right.
I would be like, oh, that's not fair. No. I'm going to go anyway. See you there. The abroad they went to was Rome.
Rome, if you want to.
I had no idea where you were going with that. I was like, no, I don't think there's a song, but yeah.
There is.
There is a song. They went to Rome, which was cool. I went to Rome, but that's not important. I just felt like I wanted to say it.
I've seen When in Rome, which was a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. I was quite the fan of theirs when I was a child.
Wasn't Kristen Bell in a movie called When in Rome, too? It was terrible. It was an awful movie. We'll look at it later.
I want to know now. We gonna pause this shit.
So they went to Rome, which is cool. First girl to go in Rome was Lauren.
Jodie Foster's little sister. There's a lot of little sisters in this.
The commercial they had to do in Italian.
Not fair.
Again, it's like when they did the Japanese in Cycle 3. I guess they don't really criticize them on the language so much as everything else.
How well you can just adapt to your settings, you know.
Right.
Being a model, you're gonna go places and you're gonna have to do things you've never done before. So how quickly can you do this?
Lauren upset me in a way because I knew she wasn't gonna win, and I knew that she would go home when she went home, if that makes sense. Like, I knew the second she would have to open up her mouth to do any kind of commercial, she would have gone home. It's kind of annoying to watch the whole season and see her move on when you're like, well, you're not gonna win, so I don't know why you're still in it.
She was pretty fierce. She couldn't walk.
She could not walk.
She cut her finger open trying to like make a salad or something.
It was latkes.
Is it Jewish?
Yeah. Yeah. We were in the Diary of Anne Frank, so we're allowed to say that.
We were also in Fiddler on the Roof.
We were on Fiddler.
I can see him in something Yiddish.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
No, I thought she could be really fierce if she tried, but like her attitude, it was just like, hey man, I don't know.
She was really mean.
Let me wear my chucks, which I have no problem with. Let me wear my chucks and my leather jacket all the time to a go-see. No, that's not what you do.
Just kind of a waste, but she had some good photos. Then was Katarzyna.
Or Katarzyna, if you can't remember how to say it.
When your name has a Z and a Y in it, next to each other, go by a different name. Anyway, I thought she was fierce.
She actually got 2 makeovers. I think it was just like...
It was long
to here.
Brown, black hair. Yeah.
And then after the photo shoot for the music, Tyra's like, you know what, we're cutting your hair again. And she cut it up to like here. So adorable.
Here's my theory. Because she went home at the photo shoot that Tyra shot of them. And I don't think Tyra liked her very much. I think if you watch it, anytime she critiques Katarzyna, she's always kind of just, she's never really impressed with her. She's like, yeah, it's okay. And then of course, like afterwards, her career is like blown up because she was so good. So I think she went home way too early. Then after her was Dominique.
Drag on, baby. Just drag on. Jay swore that she was a man.
She was
manly. She had a baby.
She was
she could have been the father.
This cycle, I could not stand her. But skipping ahead just a little bit, in All Stars, I loved her. So I don't know what happened. It was maybe she grew up, maybe she matured. She was exhausting to watch in this cycle.
She was very rude to everybody. She talked all the time. She would give Whitney all this shit for no reason.
Dude, I want to be like freaking Mother Teresa, but like the diva version of it. You know, like when they went abroad, they had all the pictures of Salisha all over the place, and she's like, when I saw Salisha, I knew she was gonna win. Like you just knew, and then I guess I'm the Salisha of this competition. No, you're not.
So you have a bowl cut?
Like, you're terrible. Somehow she made it to the final 4.
Probably because she was just so dramatic, like all the others, you know?
She had some good photos, but yeah.
Mostly just looked like a man.
Next was Fatima. I liked her. She was bitchy, very bitchy as well.
She's a cover girl now? You can see her face in Target.
Her hair, before she had the makeover, it was like orange.
It was like jerry curls and like out to here. It was not good.
She always had kind of issues. I remember in casting week, she had like fights with two different girls. She called, one girl was like, she was using bitch as a term of endearment, which I get. And then she's like, so she goes, so I can call you bitch. And she's like, no, you cannot call me bitch, because that's not my name. So Fatima got really confused at that, because this girl like went off on her. And then another girl got mad at her because she said, so this girl Fatima called me ghetto, and she didn't say it like, oh my god, you're so ghetto. She said it like, you're ghetto. She got in a fight with everyone. But she was good. She did not have a clitoris.
She did not.
So that's really unfortunate for her. She was in Africa, and so she went through female genital mutilation, which they do over there, which is unfortunate, but...
They do all over the world.
Marvita said, don't you feel less like a woman?
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, next up was Anya.
Next is Anya.
She... Bless her little heart.
She was funny.
She was.
Oh my
She fell off
God.
the bus as soon as she got to Rome.
She's like, oh man, my first moments in Rome, and I eat it on the floor.
What's wrong with your voice? Why did you sound... Who does she sound like? Janice from the Muppets? The drummer? The one that looks like Daisy of Love?
She was really cute and sweet and just
Very
lovely.
blonde. That's how everybody described her. Very blonde. Because she had brown hair at first, and then they like bleached her completely. Like her eyebrows were white, everything, and it just kind of added to the dummy.
Next was our winner, Miss Whitney.
Love her, love her, love her.
First plus size winner.
Whitney, if you are ever watching this, please find me on Twitter, Facebook. I'll give you my phone number if you want to reach me on here. I want you to be my best friend because you were probably my favorite person ever, right next to this guy.
Aww.
And this lady over here that you can't see. No, but she was so funny. She was just
Fine.
talk.
Okay, sorry.
She would
say
be
it
like,
again.
yeah, I'm fat, but I'm funny,
Yeah.
and I can kick your ass.
She was really sassy, but
She was. And she didn't put up with anybody's shit. She's like, although, you know, she's like, you dyed my hair. I look like Anna Nicole Smith now. But it's okay, because I want to be a model. I'll do what you want.
I have a little bit of a different opinion, and it's gonna get a little awkward, and I apologize, but
Which is why he's no longer my favorite person.
I loved her, yes. Did I think she should have won? No.
There is many theories that Scandalisha won 9 because Tyra already knew her, and Whitney won 10 because Tyra really wanted a plus size model to win. I think, you know, she had the personality to win, and she did, you know, really grow as a model, but...
She stayed instead of Katarzyna Katarzyna, and she stayed over Fatima, and she won over Anya, and I feel like those 3 girls were better than her. I think Whitney was a solid 4th. I don't think she should have won. But she won, whatever. That was really good, and maybe that was necessary to happen, and that's okay. So that's Cycle 10. So we're gonna do something a little different, and we have a comment question, which is, what was your favorite moment from this cycle that we haven't covered? And there you go. Bye!
Bye!